everyone. It's time for another library update. We're not in the meeting room, as you can clearly tell. We are up in the children's room this month for November.
Happiest place in the library.
I think I could agree with that.
Yeah, it is.
It just makes you feel good when you come up here. We need some feel good today, maybe.
I think so, with the rain and everything.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a gloomy day, but we are excited to talk to you all about what the library has going on in November. And I think we'll start by telling you about holiday closures, because other things kind of flow around that bit. So we're closed Monday the 11th for Veterans Day, and then Thanksgiving week, the library closes early on Wednesday the 27th. We'll close at 5 o'clock. And then we're closed Thanksgiving Day, Thursday the 28th, and we are also closed the Friday after Thanksgiving on the 29th. So Veterans Day the 11th, we close early at 5 p.m. on Wednesday the 27th. We're closed Thanksgiving Day and the day after, and then the library opens again back on the 30th, Saturday morning at 9:30. So with that out of the way, I suppose the first thing we want to do is we, of course, want to plug Friends of the Library book sale, which is happening this week. The Friends have been putting in a lot of work to get it organized in the meeting room. That's also why we're not in the meeting room, because they're using that space to set up. It's their annual fundraiser to help support the mission of the library. Come on down. It opens for members of the Friends of the Library Thursday evening at 5:30. If you'd like to become a member, you can come in, and then you get first picks, which is nice. But otherwise, it opens to the general public Thursday morning when we open at 9:30. Friday morning, yeah.
Nope, a lot of days.
No, yeah, there is. Friday morning at 9:30 until 4:30, and then it's running again on Saturday from 9:30 to 3. And of course, Saturday is also bag day, so you bring a bag. They have bags as well. Everything you can fit in the bag for $2. So
You can fit a lot of books in a brown paper bag. A lot.
Especially if you're good at Tetris.
My daughter has done it. She was so excited. She was 11, but yeah.
So come to the Friends of the Library book sale happening this week down in our meeting room. They have a great selection. We've had a bunch of wonderful donations from the community
Oh my goodness.
for the book sales. So come see what they have, see if there's anything that suits your fancy or something new you'd like to try as well.
Absolutely.
So what do we have going on for children's?
Well, for children's, we are in story time again. So we took just a 1-week break, and I went to a conference last week, or the week before last. So we were off for a week and a half. But we started story time on Monday at 10:30, and anybody's welcome to come to story time with us as long as you are visiting with kids. We prefer you have kids when you come to story time. But you, as a caregiver, can bring children to story time. So we meet Monday mornings at 10:30. We have a half-hour story time. People hang out and play, and parents talk afterwards. It's a really lovely morning. Best way to start the week. So we started on the 4th. Obviously, we won't be there on the 11th because the library will be closed, so no services. We'll start again on the 18th, and we'll also meet on the 25th of this month. Pajama party starts tomorrow. I'm super excited to get back to pajama party. It is at 6:30, and it goes until 7 o'clock again. Parents hang out and stay. Storytime is one of the best ways to meet parents of kids that are your kids' age, because that's who comes to Storytime. And it's just I've met a lot of really wonderful lifelong friends that way. And so it is a really nice way to find your child a playmate and yourself someone to talk to. So, or if you just want to have an adult conversation with someone, it's a good place to come. But we'll do that every Wednesday at 6:30 this month, except for the 27th when we are closing at 5. We're going to do our STEM classes. So we do classes for kids in kindergarten and first grade and 2nd through 5th grade, 2 separate classes. The kindergarten and first graders, their class is called Creative Kids. We study some science, some technology, some engineering, art, or math. And that will, it just translates into a fun activity where we learn about these principles that go along with that. I don't like math very much, so we don't often do math. But when we do math, the fun thing is we usually make food because it's a great way to learn about fractions. So that's always fun. Now that, for the Creative Kids, is gonna be on November 14th at 3:30 to 4:15. About 45 minutes is about all they wanna do, because it's right after school. And at that point, they need a snack and have fun with their adults. The 21st, we will do Wacky Wonders math classes for kids who are 2nd through 5th grade. So they don't always do the same activities. Sometimes they don't always translate well to a younger grade, but we always find something fun to do.
And they need to register for those,
They
right?
do need to register for those, because I need to know how many supplies I might need for each child. And at the point where you're trying to teach a lesson, you know, sometimes more than 12 kids is really difficult to do. So it's me by myself, so in order to not overwhelm myself, I cut it off at 12. But registration is really easy. They can do that online. On our events page, if you just look in the month for the 14th, you'd open up that tab, and it will lead you to the registration. You just click on it and you fill out the answer to just 3 questions, and it's real simple. You send it and I get it, and we're all good. Let's see, on November 12th, I'm gonna need a weekend to get prepared for this. So I'm very excited. We started a video game club for the teens, and I had a lot of younger kids say, could we come? Like, I won't play, I just wanna watch. And I said, just give me a few months to get this under my belt. Like, I really just need to figure out, like, how do I turn on the game and the TV at the same time? And, you know, how do you pull these games up and play them? And I've watched the kids, the teens, do this flawlessly for me every time. They're wonderful, but they've taught me a lot in the last few months. So Tuesday, November 12th, is our first junior video game club. And we're gonna have kids from 2nd grade to 5th grade come and play. They're gonna hang out, we're gonna have snacks. They're gonna teach me a lot about how to play. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. It starts at 3:30, so it's an after-school event until 4:30. Pretty strict about that hour's time, because we really can't push it any further. We've got other people using the room and, you know, schedules to uphold. But I'm really excited. I've heard from a lot of parents that they're excited. So that is a non-registered program. So however many kids we have, we're gonna have. We're gonna try and get everybody through at least playing one game while we're there. And, you know, we're gonna end up buying another system, so we have 2 systems for the kids to play on. So that's fine. It's Switch games. They play Mario Kart. They play Smash Brothers. They can play, what is that cooking game? It's funny because the kids don't know how to play, so they just run around in circles while someone else shouts, grab the meat, grab the meat, grab the meat. I have a blast, I'm just gonna say. It's the funnest thing I do. So that is Tuesday, November 12th. On Friday, November 15th, we're gonna have special story time, much calmer event. It starts at 10 o'clock. It's here in the children's room. There's no registration. It is for children and their caregivers. And we're just gonna do a nice little story time, and then we do a craft. We move over to our tables here where we are right now, and we do a craft that goes along with the story time. It's a lot of fun. The 16th, which is a Saturday, is when we are now going to be doing the teen video game club. We wanted to extend their time just a little bit. The only way we could do that was to have it on a Saturday. Some of the kids are having trouble getting here after school. So we thought, okay, Saturday afternoon, if you're not doing anything, come down, we'll play video games for an hour and a half. Again, snacks. Again, I'm gonna ask you a ton of questions, so you help me learn how to do this. It starts at 2, it'll be over with at 3:30, and we're just gonna have a great time on Saturday afternoon. On the 19th, November 19th at 6 p.m., we'll have evening sensory playtime. We'll do that here in the children's room. I do ask people to register just so I know who's coming. I also have a limit of kids that I want, because I want to create a real calm atmosphere for our kids who may have sensory issues. We are an open class though. We're not limited to kids with sensory issues. There's so much value in playing in a diverse group and learning how other people play. And learning, I always tell people, like, the best people to teach your child how to play are kids who know how to play, not adults. They will more quickly listen to a child who says, I don't like that. Don't touch me like that. That's invaluable, for a child to learn from their peers like that. But we have so much fun playing. We spend just a little bit of time in a story time situation where we do a book. We all read a book together. It has some sensory value. And then we do a kind of calm activity. We really love to blow bubbles. We play with our scarves. We have little shaker eggs that we play with. And then we sing goodbye because nobody wants to come back after cleaning up to say goodbye. They just want to leave or play with their friends a little more with different toys. But after that point, we have about a half hour of just playtime. And we bring out all of our sensory toys to play with. Toys they don't get to play with on a regular basis here, but also toys that have sensory value to them. And they love them. We just have the best time. So I encourage you to look on our website, or you can call and register your child for that event. It is basically like a 1 to maybe 8-year-old playtime. I don't think I've had anyone over 8 years old here or registered to come to that. It just depends on where your child's at and how you're feeling about it. And again, it is an open group. It is not only, it's very diverse. That's what we're going to say. It's a diverse group of kids, not just non-neurotypical thinkers, but everyone is welcome. What else are we doing? We have Anime Club on the 26th. I'm really excited to get back to Anime Club. Got to figure out where we are in the anime that we're watching. We're going to meet at 3:30. We are done at 4:30. We're going to have ramen noodles and snacks and watch anime. And that is what we do. And I get paid for that. I am so excited. I do. I really like that. And the teens that are coming are really into it. So it's been a lot of fun. The 27th, we are closing at 5, but if your kids are a little squirrely while you're getting ready for Thanksgiving and you'd like them to come and do an activity at the library, we are showing a movie that afternoon at 2 p.m., 2 to 4. We're going to show Inside Out 2. I'm really excited to see the second one. I haven't seen it yet. Purposefully did not watch it at all because I wanted to show it here. We are having popcorn, and you can bring a water bottle for the kids to share. You could drop your older children off. Children under 6 really appreciate a parent being here with them, and you know why. So, that's all for me.
You have an author coming, don't you?
I do. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, on the 23rd, we have a local. She's kind of local. She's in Northfield now, but she's spent time in New Ulm, I believe, as a youngster. She went to school here. So Nancy Noyes Silcox is this wonderful former librarian. She's an amazing researcher. She wrote a book about a young girl and her family's journey. They were German immigrants, landed in Cincinnati, as a lot of German immigrants did, and because of the prejudice that they were experiencing there, decided to take the boat and make their way to Stillwater, Minnesota, and then made their way down to New Ulm to join a new community. This is all set, what is it,
Like late 50s,
late 50s, early 60s when the uprising happened. So they move here, they start to become members of the community, and then the uprising happens, and it's how her family deals with, the whole journey and her coming of age story. So it really is written with the middle schooler in mind, but it is certainly a wonderful book that, anyone would enjoy if you love history. I would encourage you to pick it up and read it and come visit. She's going to do a bit of an author talk. So on the 23rd, which is a Saturday, she'll be here at 10:30. Her talk will start. She's going to go for about 45 minutes, and then she'd like to answer questions and sit down and sign and sell books. So if you're interested in coming to that, please do. It's going to be a wonderful morning activity on hopefully not a snowy day. But we'll see.
We did have snow once so far.
Once so
On
far.
Halloween snow.
Heaviest, biggest snowflakes I've ever been smacked in the face with.
It did. It felt like you were being hit by some kind of slush thing.
I couldn't, I thought I walked into a tree branch. The first one that hit me, I was just like, what was that? Yes.
So, lots of great things happening in children's. Again, you can find them on the website, www.newhamlibrary.org. We've got paper copies of our programs available at the circulation desk. You can always call the library and ask what's up to. And check out our Facebook page and our YouTube channel to connect with those. On the adult side of things, our senior movie matinees continue. Because of the Friends of the Library book sale and our closure after the Thanksgiving Day, we only have 2 this month. And working our way through the decades, we're up to the 2010s, so fairly recent movies. On the 15th, we're going to be watching Imitation Game. And then on the 22nd, we're going to be watching Hidden Figures. So Friday afternoon, 1 p.m., down in our meeting room on the 15th and the 22nd. Our book clubs are meeting this month, of course. Our Litwitz Book Club met yesterday, and we discussed Louis L'Amour's Comstock Lode. So it was a really good discussion. Had things we enjoyed, had things we didn't like so much, and differing opinions, which is one of the fun things about it. Our History Book Club is going to be discussing Charles Adams' Twin Cities, My Life as a Black Cop and Coach. So more recent history. Should be a really good discussion. They have migrated to their winter quarters. Starting in November and through however long the snow lasts, they meet over at the City Center Apartments. That's at 115 South Minnesota Street. So instead of being here at the library, the book discussion occurs over there. And the management over at City Center Apartments graciously allows us to use their ground floor meeting room, and we have a great time there. It's nice and warm.
Yeah, it's got to be easier for a lot of people to get there. So.
Yeah, and it's a fun discussion. Mystery Book Club, of course, meeting on the last Monday of the month, so that's November 25th at 6:30, and they're going to be talking about Amy Tintera's Listen for the Lie. I think I didn't mention History Book Club is happening on Tuesday, November 19th, and they meet at noon. And so all of the books, of course, for our book clubs you can get at the circulation desk. You don't need to request or buy your own copy. We try to get as many copies as we can so that everybody has a chance to read the book. And we try to get it in different formats as well. So large print and audiobook if we can find them too. And you're always welcome to search on the Libby app, which you can access for free with your library card. We've got the Newham Film Society. Next Tuesday on November 12th at 6:30 is going to be starting their new series. So they just finished up mockumentaries, and now they're going to be starting America at War. And so we've got 6 movies lined up over the next 6 months that each relate to a different American-involved war. And they're not the movies you expect, which is great. Our first one in November is going to be 1776, which is based on the Broadway musical. It's set in the Revolutionary War period, obviously.
I'm excited because all the sound travels up to the children's room. So I am really looking forward to every musical. I just kind of sit here and it's great. So yeah,
there's some really engaging songs in that one. It's one of my uncle's favorite musicals. So so we've got the Film Society starting a new series Tuesday, November 12th at 6:30. Our Civil War Roundtable is meeting. They are we're in the children's room. It's a busy place.
Phones are ringing.
But Tuesday, November 19th, third Tuesday of the month at 6:30 p.m., we're going to be watching a film about Abraham Lincoln. It's an old film, kind of a documentary reenactment kind of film, and I think it's in black and white, actually. It should be really interesting, not only for what it portrays, but we'll probably have a discussion as well about the time in which it was made. What does it tell us about that time as well? So that'll be really interesting.
It won't be insulting like your kids saying, "Oh, they had color TV when you were little."
Well,
or film.
I have to say though, one of my kids the other day walks up to me and so asks if their grandpa, my wife's dad, they asked if he was alive during the Civil War, and I was just like, oof.
Yeah.
I was like, no, child, let's back this up. At least they didn't ask him directly.
Yes.
But Genealogy Club will we'll be having a regular club meeting. That's on the third Thursday of the month, so that's on November 21st this month at 6:30 in the evening. Last month we had a great family history fair, a lot of really neat presenters and people there sharing information. Great turnout of people coming through with lots of great discussions and people finding new resources. A couple people even making family connections. So
Well, that's fun.
right? Yeah, it was great. And so just a regular meeting this month. We'll be talking about some of the newest things coming out as far as digital tools and resources. Might take a look at a couple new classes that have come out online. And of course, we're always open to discussing if you're stuck in your family history, not sure where to go, or if you're brand new to family history, we are happy to help see what we can do to get you started or find new avenues for you to pursue. We do have our art group and our needle working group are meeting. Needle working group every Wednesday morning, 9:30 until about 12. They meet up in our adult nonfiction area. They have a great time. Our art group won't be meeting this Wednesday because the Friends of the Library book sale being set up. So they're going to meet on Wednesday the 13th and Wednesday the 20th. And that's their last meeting for the fall. They take a break over the holidays and they come back in January. But that's down in our meeting room, 1:30 in the afternoon on Wednesdays is our art group. We also have our Knippling group now.
Yes.
They come Tuesday afternoons from 1 to 3, meet down in adult fiction, traditional bohemian bobbin lace weaving. It's really cool to watch, really complex. They don't teach, it's not a class, but you are welcome to come and watch or ask questions and just see the neat things that they make. It's a really cool piece of cultural heritage. We do not have, I'm going to rewind myself, we do not have a poetry group in November because they normally meet on the second Monday of the month and we're closed for Veterans Day. But we do have another author visit, and that's going to be on Monday, November 18th at 6:30. We've got forensic psychologist Frank Weber coming back. So he's always he's a very engaging speaker. He's funny. He connects to people, and he writes mystery stories based on actual cases. Many of them he's worked himself. Others were recommended to him by professional colleagues. And so he talks about his work as a forensic psychologist. He talks about his writing mystery stories that are based on actual cases. And he also brings a lie detector. So bring a friend, right? And he's going to do a live demonstration, show what lie detectors can do and what they can't do. So it's always a great time. And he'll be talking about his newest book, Scandal of Vandals, which based on the true case in the Twin Cities where a lawyer allegedly hired a hitman to kill his wife. And so it'll be a great discussion there. So lots of things going on in children's and for adults. We'd love to see you in the library. Of course, our Library of Things has all sorts of great stuff to check out, including retro game consoles, if you didn't know. So if you're feeling a little normal Nintendo or some Sega Genesis, need to get a nice bit of nostalgia there. You can check those out. We also have rec center passes, first come, first serve, but they check out for a week. Single passes and family of 4 passes. And I guess I should mention Chess Club. Chess Club is great every week.
Chess Club's happening tonight too.
Yes, yeah, tonight at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So every Tuesday evening, starting at 6, come down. We've been having, on average, 8 to 10 people.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful mix of
ages,
young kids,
and
kids in middle school, adults, and older
adults.
Yeah.
It's a great mix, and they
Yeah.
have a really good time. And so Chess Club every Tuesday evening at 6. Our Pathfinder groups are of course still ongoing. Our adult group is full at the moment because I've got 7 players now, plus 1 or 2 people watching as well.
Yes, audience members.
Audience, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I've got 1 or 2 audience people as well. So our adult group is full. I can't balance any more players there. But our teen group has openings. They meet Monday afternoon after school from 3:45 to 5:15. We've got 3 players.
They're having a blast. Absolute blast.
They are. It's ridiculous. It's collaborative storytelling. I put together story elements and setting, and then let them go, and they never fail to surprise. And But it also helps get my imagination going because I have to think about, okay, I did not prepare for this. How do I respond to this in the moment? And so it's really fun for me as well. There's often a lot of laughing going on.
I laugh quite a bit because they come and talk to me about it afterwards, and I just am amazed at. I'm amazed I remember each week what's been happening, but I do. And then as they go on and they tell me more of the adventure, I'm sometimes amazed and sometimes really not surprised at what they've gotten into based on their characters and their abilities. So it is a really fun game.
And there are also, of course, really tense moments as well, because it's not just all fun storytelling, but I give them the chance, through their characters to role play and think about, difficult questions and challenges. There have been a couple, emotional moments for some players as they face a situation that, is something that they really want to think importantly about. I make sure to address that those things can come up, when I help people create their characters. We also we have 2 online groups as well that you can connect to through our Discord server. You can link to that on the library's website.
Can you be an audience member in the Discord?
We haven't had anybody do that, but I don't see why it would be a problem. I just, you could have audio on and just, keep your microphone.
I'm just wondering if anybody, had the inkling to play but were a little hesitant because they weren't sure what was going on, if they could actually just kind of watch.
Yeah.
Rather than join in.
Yeah. Watching would require another
Well,
connection
listen,
there.
I'm sorry,
but yeah,
yes.
but listening for sure. But yeah, I think we have had a couple times, because we have 2 online groups, members from one online group listen in a little bit on the other online group.
Oh.
But then if it gets to a certain point where, their characters haven't encountered something yet, then it'd be like, okay, you have to go now, so no spoilers. That's happened a couple times. But no, we just had 2 new people join one of our online groups, so we have a group of 4 and we have a group of 5 now. So
Cool.
we're excited
That's
for
really good.
very different dynamics in each group as well. So the stories are different, even though a lot of the attention grabbers that I give are the same. It's all unique. Yeah, lots of great things going on at the library,
Absolutely.
in person, online. We'd love to see you here, and hope you have a wonderful Veterans Day and a happy Thanksgiving too. And we'll see you next month.